Congressman, patuloy pa rin po ang House Quad Committee hearing. Ano na po ba ang tinatakal as of the moment? And what were the highlights for you today?
We are discussing pa rin yung POGO right now. No? Basically, ito naman talaga yung aming issue that we have to tackle. Binigyan lang namin ng importansya as well, the presence of former Mayor Jed Mabilog and also the former Mayor of Cebu as well, that they have traveled from a different part of this country. Kaya sabi namin, it's better that they have given their statement. But the totality of the schedule of the hearing is all about POGO.
Congressman, did we get any information bago at that matter from Alice Go in this said hearing? Kasi panay ang sabi nga niya, she don't want to answer.
Yeah, actually, there are times that she's answering naman our query, and basically siguro nakikita natin that she's being careful doon sa mga statements niya that are being given to the Quadcom.
Congressman, Alice Go requested for an executive session earlier. We actually have her soundbite. If we can just roll that quickly.
Yeah, yes.
I'm willing to tell the truth. Basta paniwalaan nyo lang po ako at huwag nyo lang po isipin na nagsisinungaling po ako. Sasabihin ko naman po lahat ng totoo po sa inyo sa executive session.
Truth po. Saan truth? Truth saan?
Kung sa paano po ako pinaalis at saka po doon sa tinanong po ni Kong Emeng po kanina. Sasabihin ko po lahat ng totoo at walang kulang, walang dagdag po. Yung mga akusasyon po na sinasabi po nila na marami po ako alam sa ganito, yung mga hindi po totoo, wala rin po ako talaga masasabi. Ang masasabi ko lang po kung ano lang po yung alam ko po.
Halimbawa, tanungin ka ngayon ni Congressman Pascual, sinong opisyal ng PNP o ng local government ang tumulong magpataka sa iyo?
Your Honor, wala pong local government, wala rin pong PNP.
Napaka-imposible naman yan na walang local official na kasabwat ng pagtakas mo.
Your Honor, dahil wala naman po talagang ako nakausap para sa pag-alis po namin, kaya hindi rin po ako pwede mag-fabricate din po. Yung kausap ko po, foreigner po.
Wala nga mangyayari pagkakaganyan.
Okay, so we all agree that we will not grant her an executive session.
All right, Kong Dan, do you just want to comment more on this decision of the House to reject itong request ni Alice Go for an executive session po?
The reason why we never permitted yung kanyang request for an executive session precisely because we all know that she will be mentioning na rin yung mga Chinese personalities. And we all know that the Chinese person that she's going to mention in the executive session is not here anymore in our country. And para lang mapagbigyan natin yung query ng one of the congressmen who are asking for the executive session, I prepare a piece of paper and asking her to write those names that he wanted to mention in the executive session. And true enough, yung mga pangalan na nakalagay dito ay were involved in the operation of the POGO. So basically, we all know about this person already, and in confidence, we will be giving this to the immigration for them to put this person in the notification. Para na sa doon, if ever that he plan to go here, the authorities can apprehend him.
Congressman, Alice Go was cited in contempt. Balikan po natin yung nangyari ng araw na to. What actually triggered that?
The reason why she was cited for contempt? Because there are questions that need to be answered that not in relation to her being put into discrimination, self-incrimination. But unfortunately, medyo nalilito na siguro itong si Alice Go in answering what are those that will incriminate her. But those questions that are being asked, hindi naman siya incriminatory. And that's the reason why medyo napipikon na rin yung mga congressman. That's the reason why she was cited in contempt. And I think we will be tackling this after the Quadcom. Yung suspension namin mamaya, we will be discussing yung repercussion ng jurisdiction over Alice Go if ever that we will put her under our jurisdiction. You have to remember that there is an order of the court to put her under the PNP custody. But of course, we need to have the authority coming from the court as well para we can take jurisdiction over her.
Congressman, ano namin na to eh. This is our opportunity to ask you because you're holding on to that piece of paper where she wrote the name. Would you say that this personality is someone that, of course, is kilala? Malaking pangalan po ba ito?
Oh, well, siguro doon sa kanilang operation, medyo kilala to sa operation nila. Pero kung ordinary citizens lang ang mag-appreciate ng pangalan na nakalagay dito, I think medyo mahihirapan silang i-appreciate. But this Chinese personality that I've seen in this piece of paper is a big name on the operation. So I think the proper way to address this person is to give this to the SOJ.
Kong Dan, until when are you planning to detain Alice Go? Ibabalik po ba siya sa PNP Custodial Center in Camp Crame or will she be transferred somewhere else?
So, kasi we haven't decided for that yet. You have to remember that a while ago I give the information to the Quadcom that our facility here are full already with detainees. So I think we have to discuss it properly where to put Alice Go if ever that we will take cognizance on her. Siguro mamaya after the hearing I can give some information, but for right now I am going to withhold the information where Alice Go will be put whether in the PNP or in the House of Representatives.
Congressman, meron na po bang date as to when is the next hearing?
Most likely, we will be having a hearing on Thursday next week. And we will be discussing the EJK and most likely also part of POGO. But I'm sure that EJK will be discussed next week.
Congressman, ito naman po, shifting gears, do you expect Davao Representative Paulo Duterte to join the next quad hearing po? Ano po yung inaasahan nyo?
Well, it will be better for Congressman Paulo Duterte to appear on the Quadcom, para to ventilate his mga queries and questions to the Quadcom. There's a lot of communication crossing over to one group and to his group. But I think since he is a member of this 19th Congress, para maiwasan na po yung mga ganong exchanges of different written requests, better na lang for the Congressman of Davao to be a part of the Quadcom committee para to have an easy deliberation of the issues that he wanted to ventilate and be replied on.
Kung tanungin na rin namin, how about the invitation for former President Rodrigo Duterte and Senator Bato de la Rosa? Will you be compelling them to attend or does the parliamentary courtesy stand?
Yeah, I think yung compelling him to be a part of the discussion in this Quadcom necessitate no further invitation because yung invitation po namin is an existing one. And it is for them to decide whether they're going to accede to our invitation or not. But we will be happy and accommodating if ever that they will be being here in the next Quadcom. But of course, that decision lies with them. So for now, we will be accepting the different resource persons that we have invited. And basically, we have a lot of resource persons that need to be accommodated. So hindi naman po kami nagmamadali sa invitasyon sa ating pong Senator Bato and also to the former president.
Well, Congressman, speaking of the former president, his former spokesperson, Attorney Harry Roque, he did say hindi daw po siya pugante. Do you have any idea na po where Attorney Harry Roque is? What's the latest news on him? Sir, do you have any intelligence reports on that?
Well, actually, yesterday I was refraining from saying that he is a fugitive, considering that the Quadcom will held this hearing today. So we're giving him a chance to be a part of our deliberation. But unfortunately, he chooses not to appear on this Quadcom. So, well, basically, our contempt order that was issued against him stays, and we can now say that sa pag-islam niya sa amin without any words of explaining why, officially, kasi he's always talking sa social media eh. And so dito sa amin, hindi namin na-receive yung kanyang explanation, then we can consider legally that he is now a fugitive. So, doon naman po sa issue ng whether the PNP and the Sergeant at Arms will continue to look for him, rest assured that our Sergeant at Arms at ang ating po kapulisan ay patuloy siyang hanapin. But I heard that there are some pillars already that he wanted to surrender. I think not on us, but I heard sa NBI ata. But hindi ko alam kung what will be the decision of the Quadcom. And siguro, we just have to wait, Baka mamaya, he will still communicate with us.
Well, actually, Congressman, isa yun sa mga what Attorney Harry Roque criticized sa kanyang Facebook Live video, the conduct of the hearings ng House. He did say yung mga pasigaw-sigaw daw, or pag hindi nagustuhan yung sagot, masasite daw in contempt. So, just what are your thoughts on that, Congressman?
Well, this is the power that was given to us by the 19th Congress. You have to remember that we are governing our conduction of our committee hearing through a rules that was approved by the whole of the members of the 19th Congress. And these rules under Section 11 empower the committee to cite anybody, resource persons that violates our own rules. So I think yung sinasabi niya that we are shouting or we are trying to cite them in contempt. It's just a part of it. And, well, basically, different congressmen have different style. And you cannot blame each and every one of us because that's our style of having to find out and to ferret out the truthfulness of what the research person is saying or not. And yun na nga, it will be a form part of the collation of all the information that we will be gathering in order to have a more substantial and effective laws that we will be planning to make or amend in the existing laws.
All right. Well, we'll have to leave it there for now. Thank you so much for joining us. That was Congressman Dan Fernandez of the Quad Committee.